Check it out. Bomb Shadows here with an impromptu live stream. And it just so happened that Mrs. Shadows would be busy for tonight. Like I said, when the cat's away, the mice will play. So I was like, you know what? I might as well do kind of like a later night one, and maybe like some people I haven't yet to meet on the live stream will stroll on in, baby. So I was like, why not? I have the time, I have the place, so I'm just sort of like, let's just go for one tonight, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm here. I'm sponsored by White Monster tonight. Well, I'm not really, but you can see it matches the outfit, so it's pretty fresh. And the monster is pretty fresh too. So, I mean, there's things to talk about, there's things to not talk about. I don't know, but kind of much figured that I mean, I can find things to talk about. I don't really care. So, a lot of things coming on, oh baby, a lot of things coming up rather on the in the wrestling world, in the wrestling figure world. Seen a lot of images. I've seen a lot of hostels coming up, and they're a great company. And I got a few orders coming from those fellas, or Mitch and them, and grapplers and gimmicks, and not only the pre for the Santa Claus and the Ahmed Johnson, Bowles Mahoney. And why can't I remember the fourth one, baby? It will come to mind. It will come to mind. It's escaping me right now. That's what I'm saying. So many companies, so many orders. You got to spend your money wisely. Spend your dodo like very wisely, before that dodo becomes extinct. Oh man, I'm just dropping bars tonight. That's kind of what I do by accident. Oh, Man Mountain Rock. Mother effer. Man Mountain Rock. That was the fourth one from Hassel. It took me a little bit. So a pretty dope set. Then when Mr. Hastel, Mr. Grappler's gimmicks over there had the 15% off sale, I scooped all the puppies I missed. All the puppies in the kennel that I missed. I was like, oh man, come with me, puppies. You're coming with me. You deserve a good home, and it will be here with Mom. You will be here with me. So I scooped those pups. I said it last stream, but I'll just review real quick. Strike Force, but the 1 of 300, because when you broke it down after the discount, it was the same price as the one with the jackets, and I needed at least one of those. And it's been sold out for a while, so I'm not playing that game. Secondly, the baby blue model. It was like a Rick Martel night, you know what I mean? The baby blue model. The baby blue model. Baby blue model Rick Martel. I hadn't got that one yet, so I grabbed that one. And then the blue Jake the Snake. Now, for some, just a minor tweak of the Pizzane, but it's not like that, Like, I do have the one with the black, which is sick. I love the one with the white because it hits me in the feely poos, because WrestleMania 8 is my favorite WrestleMania. I actually ate. Well, I actually ate one of the boxes. No, I actually have yet to open the green Jake the Snake, but I do have that one. So I was like, might as well go for the quadruple, The light blue one, or the blue one on the Jake the Snake just kind of reminds me of like, and Macho Man's my favorite wrestler, but the snake bite incident, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's the outfit he was wearing when he slapped that snake right on Randy's arm, and it just wouldn't let go. And I've heard all the stories behind the scenes, so pretty crazy stuff. And even when I didn't know all the behind the scenes stuff, it always like kind of stuck in my mind as like a crazy moment in wrestling when Jake the Snake had the snake But Randy Savage, Macho Man, bit him right in the arm, baby. Wouldn't let go. Jake was shaking it, baby, and it was not coming off, baby. So, wow. Excuse me if I could butt in for a moment. Yeah, yes. The snake was connected to my arm. Yeah, that was legitimately. But then I was like, hey, get it off me. Yeah. Finally, Jake was able to get the snake over my arm. Anyway, USA! Thank you, Randy. I appreciate you. Hey, what's up, Paul Jones? Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the show. Best WWE wrestler of all time. My favorite of all time is Macho Man Randy Savage. I'll even give you, a top four? Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Sting, and then Undertaker in my top four. I guess you can call that a Mount Rushmore. Oh, geez. What am I doing? Just dropping bars all the time. What's up? Let me see. What's up, Umbra? I see something like that. What's up? I see you. 9880, because I suck at pronouncing these things. What's up? How you doing? Colt, I see you. How you doing? Randy Orton's your favorite? That's cool. How was your night, Colt? Colt, it's been pretty good. I didn't expect to jump on live tonight, but I was just like, whatever, I have the opportunity to, and I was hoping to meet some new people, and so far I haven't seen you folks around, and I love it. Speaking of which, folks I have seen around, my Sister Shadow's Destiny. What's up, brother? What's up, sister? How you doing tonight? So you said Randy Orton, and you said Daniel Bryan. That's cool, man. I mean, like, not bad wrestlers. I'm a little longer in the toothy poo, and I'm a little old. When I say a little old, I'm old. So for me, it's like guys like Macho Man, like I said, Ultimate Warrior, Sting, even before he was the Crow version. So it's like way, way back. Then like Undertaker since his debut. So that's what I go with. And it's no disrespect to the gentlemen that you mentioned. They're great wrestlers too. And I don't fault you or think anything less of you for picking such athletes, if you will. Randy Orton's awesome. Daniel Bryan's awesome. So hell yeah. We're all good. Bret the Hitman. Oh, now we're talking, baby. Now we're talking, Paul. Hitman definitely up there. I don't know where to put him off the top of my head. I know, like, I'll even go top. I even know top 7 off my head, I'll just say. Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Sting, Undertaker, Mr. Perfect, Jake the Snake, Rick Rude. Then after that, I start being like, all right, now I gotta really think. For some reason, I can put those 7 together, but, after that, gotta start putting on the thinking cap and being like, what's really going on here? You know what I mean? I kind of hold tag teams separate too, so like, I'd have to think of the tag team one actually. But I'll come up with that. So yeah, awesome questions. Good to see some new folks. Good to see my sister, of course, in here, especially. Oh, by the way, Destiny, Asher might have some more Simpsons toys coming because I got a bum box of Simpsons stuff. So hopefully he likes the Simpson figures because there might be more coming his way. Oh, man. Well, I guess while it's things will slow down a little bit, I'll just say, like, I gave my sister recently, kind of recently had a son named Jasper, and I had the Simpsons retirement castle environment thing because I use them for the figures, and I should have one right next to me, but of course I don't. But if you look it up, it's like from 2002, 2003, and the Simpson figures are roughly in scale with your retros, you know. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's use that. Thought of that, and then like again, I have to always give. Oh, I have one right in front of my effing face, baby. So here's one of them. You know, you see what I'm saying? You can totally get away with like JYDs in the studio. I say, grab them cakes. Damn it, I have to recalibrate his voice. Hey, hey man, grab them cakes. Something like that. As long as you grab them cakes, I think we'll be fine. You want to have junkyard dream. Well, he might have a junkyard dream, but you won't have junkyard dog haunting your dreams. Why is talking so hard? Like, I mean to have the words come out, but I think I'm like thinking of them too fast, and then energy drinks hit, and I'm like, or whatever that is. Destiny, I was very concerned when you didn't say Jake the Snake Roberts till number 6, haha. And also nice, yeah. Yeah, it's all good. Now, Jake the Snake is always there. He's nipping at the heels. Fun trivia fact for all the bums out there. My actual first favorite wrestler was Mr. Perfect because I've said this story before. I watched the wrestling cartoon, then I'd like be a casual fan. And then around, for some reason, 1990, I moved to a new place in Londonderry. I had a lot of friends on the bus talking about wrestling, and I'd watch here and there. I knew Hulk Hogan, you know, I knew some few people or whatever. So, anywho, I started watching randomly because I was bored at the house. There's nothing else on. I remember the matches like Earthquake squashed somebody. I believe Jake the Snake squashed somebody, and then Mr. Perfect came out, and he hit the perfect plex, and just his demeanor and the arrogance and everything, I was like, wow, I love this guy. So he was technically my first wrestler. My first favorite wrestler from afar, Mr. Perfect. However, as things develop, the Macho Man, his charisma, the voice, the ridiculous things that he'd say. Kind of the same thing with the Warrior. Sting kind of because of the figure first, because I didn't know WCW for nothing, and I went in the store one day, maybe 90, 91, and there were these like discounted figures, and I like matched them up literally to the Hasbros that I already had in the aisle. And I'm like, oh, these will work. I didn't like how they wouldn't move, but I'm like, whatever, you know, I need more people for my fig fed or whatever. So, anywho, I grabbed Sting first, and I didn't even know who the F he was, but even before I knew, like, he teamed with Ultimate Warrior, before the history lessons that I reviewed before my time, and even during my time that I didn't see. I had no idea, but I just thought he looked like the Ultimate Warrior. So then it just so happened that we we were moving on up, and we got some cable up in this biatch. So it was like TBS time, you know what I'm saying? And it's like 6:05, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And it was WCW stuff. And I'd recognize a few from the figures like Barry Windham, and I think Ron Simmons was on that particular show. And then Sting came out, and I was like, so he entered the top 4 because of that. It's very much nostalgia and dependent on the figure. And like, my first Hasbro is Jake the Snake. And I'll say 2 is Ultimate Warrior, because I definitely chose Jake the Snake first, because I was like, well, hell, you get a snake with it. So I was like, well, I'm all aboard, you know, the snake accessory alone is worth the price of admission. Then I was like, well, hell, Warrior, of course I'm gonna get him, you know. So that's my story, and I'm damn sticking to it. Hey, what's up, buddy? We're watching you. Ah! That's creepy. Dusty said that made me laugh too. I see little eyeballs. What's going on here? What is going on here? Hopefully the volume's turned way up. I'm gonna get Vicky out and just have her do little hops on the table. Vicky's a bunny, for anyone that doesn't know. Here we go, Waddy. I honestly have no recollection of what our first Hasbros were. I can only imagine it was Hogan and Warrior. I have no idea. Okay, yeah, I get you, Waddy. Hogan and Warrior. Yeah, definitely. Like, I remember being like having the tough choice. Like, for some reason, I was just like, and I even think I knew back then the playability because I was like a He-Man dude and I had like all those figures, you know, and then I got heavy into like starting lineups and I knew like posability or the pose of the figure rather and whatever limited articulation I could use, the playability overall. And when I saw the Jake the Snake, which I sort of whipped my snake out, but he's not here, um, he had the, you know, the punch arm for anyone that knows, the straight arm, bam. And then he had that arm that it could perfectly hit somebody with the DDT. And when I saw that in the package, I'm like, oh man, I'll be DDTing people all day, you know, like I'm just gonna come home from school, lock that DDT on all my figures, no matter what the scale is. They're all getting dropped. You know, and then I'm like, all right, well, I got that, but now what? And there was a tough decision. And even though, like, Macho Man eventually became my festive, he became my Festus. He became my favorite wrestler. I had to choose that. I think Hogan, Warrior, and Savage for the next one. And I'm like, I think Boss Man was there, but I passed him up. But, and then so it was down to them. And I'm like, I went Warrior. I went Warrior, baby. So Jake the Snake and Ultimate Warrior had many a battle on the carpet because I didn't have the ring yet. And it was good times, baby. I give him 50% on the win percentage, like, because I was generous to Jake, like I should have been, you know, like, I thought, like, you know, he should be more a contender. So he probably won about half the matches, Warrior, I'd say the second half. So I think everything was fair. Oh man, then from there, once I got into him, I think it was like 92 maybe, like where business really picked up. And for my birthday, like my parents got me like Piper and Ravishing Recruit and Boss Man and, you know, the ones that I was missing, like Macho Man, all that stuff like came in for my birthday, and oh man, what a birthday. So got all those dudes, and now I got a legit fig fed, you know, and now business, like I said, is picking up. I go to Toys R Us, like these galoobs, and I'm sick, so I remember the price was like 197, 297 per WCW figure. So I was cleaning house, baby. Cleaned house. Got them all. Butch Reed eluded me, but I think that was a more rare one. But for some reason, I had the Simmons, which for an action pose was like the worst ever. But no Butch Reed. My buddy Justin, my neighbor at the time, and my buddy, he had that one. I also wasn't able to get Andre the Giant for some reason in Hasbro. I think because I was a little late to the game. And there are a couple of them. Demolition Crush. because I'm trying to think. I know my neighbor, like I said, Justin, he had a couple that I didn't have, and we'd like sort of lend each other like each other's figures. So Andre the Giant would make a brief limited appearance, and the young bum fig fed, and vice versa. Maybe some figs I had that he didn't, and whatever. I can't remember the ones that I had that he didn't, but I remember the ones that I didn't have. So. Oh, and Nasty Boys. Neither of us, I think, had that, but I don't know if Justin got that, but I didn't. Nasty Boys, I could not find. To the point I was looking, there were like wrestling magazines, and at that time, like $50 seemed like the most ludicrous thing for a 2-pack. And I think I was trying to proposition my parents into it, and they were like, "No way," because they've been buying them for me probably like $5, and then the clearance ones, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna buy these two Nasty Boys for like $50, and like back in the '90s, I don't know what the hell if inflation is. Maybe it's like 100 something today. Don't quote me. What do you got? What can you do? All right, guys, Fly the L just got here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna. I'm not even being a jerk, but I think this will be funny. We're gonna rewind this all the way back to the beginning because, in fairness, Fly the L should have been here first. I did drop this impromptu. So we're gonna. Hey, check it out. Bum Shadows here with another live stream. Hey, what's up, Fly the L? How you doing? So, what I was gonna what I was gonna, the rewind, jeez, the rewind sequence set me off a little. Set me off. Yeah. I need to practice talking. So there will be a unboxing tonight, damn it. Even though it's impromptu, I just feel like I should anyway. So I think since it's an unannounced one, I was gonna go with a variant of something that I've already opened because I have variants of stuff that I need to open. And I say, why waste it, Daddy? Now, it would be cool if I knew where the F the one I was looking for was, but so we're gonna call up our guy because I got 4 of them. This is number 3, Barry Windham. So slap yourself on the back or replace the B with an S. Do what you want, and there you go, baby. Good idea. I was 10 minutes late. So, oh, wow. All right. Wow, I got right into it, baby. Let me show you. So, we got Barry Horowitz here. He is in his blue gear that I remember when he actually got a push with Hakushi or whatever. And he got that lucky pin over Chris Candido Skip. The 95 boy. He had a little like tag action with Hakushi. But I know that from the blue and the Star of David. So here he is. This is that version. I've said in the past, I'm not exactly a fan of the ones with suspenders. There's 2 versions. It's just a personal thing that just kind of irks me a little bit. I don't know why. I'm not saying it's horrible either. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled by Hasbro. I would have preferred them molded, but, that's me. Sticking my nose in the air and waving it around like I just don't care. So here we go, Barry effing Horowitz. He'll pat himself on the back. You know he will. We'll take a look at the back skis. So you get your lineup here. I don't have effing Manitar. I got PN News, but I got him in orange. I don't have Comic Kid. I'd like at least one Yoshitatsu, and I think there's only one left available. I got one version of the Conquistadors. What else we get here? I can't even see what that frig that is. Oh, La Resistance. I did order one version of them, but definitely not the like 1 in 100 or whatever. I don't have a TJ Perkins. I do have a Takamichi Noku. I got all 3 Berserkers, all 3 Ox Bakers, all 4 Barry Horowitz, all 2 Max Moons, because we're not including Comic Kid. I don't have that one, but I got this one with the red and the blue baby. That's the breakdown for anyone that didn't ask. So, there's your simile autograph. Don't steal it. So I think we got things. He's got it on a lovely red card here. It's KWK, Kayfabe Heroes, I believe. You know what? I did my effing due diligence this time. Effing. So I went on KWK. I saw they got it for $28.99. Depending on where you live, if you don't live in the States, that might be the way to go. On J&J, I saw it was like $29, which I guess is the same thing, $28.99. You can use a Cody Poo over there. Young J, Old J, I think Fig Heel does one too. Save your effing self 10%. You know, one day we'll punch in the code Bum Shadows. It'll probably be like 90%. But we'll wait for that sweet day. So, yeah, I'd go do it. At least for one of them. And maybe, just maybe this is one. And I have a feeling in my loins, in the front of my tights, that it might be that way. So, loins. So here we go. I'm going to get down on it. We get the fingies in there. You can see that action. Bada bing. Oh, this popped open, baby. Look at that. Chris Dreyer, where are you at? When I give you this, you're going to be so happy. This is almost on effing scarred. I don't know. Look at how smooth that puffed off. Yes. Nice. That is a nicey poo one. Now, if you're on the card, you might be like, oh, shiznit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to hang this on the wall and it's just going to fall off. No, first of all, understand me. These are these hands, baby. They're strong hands and they can open packages very easy. Bam. So, I actually try to be a little genty poo. I don't want to rip the box off at anything. I don't want to have to flex. So I'm just like, whatever. So it's not like that. It's not that easy, for your average bear. But, for me, what can I say? So just be careful. Now, we got this guy, and he's in the effing plastic. I feel bad. He's probably suffocating. He can't say anything. He's frozen in terror. He's gone into shock because he's like, hey guys, I can't breathe. So we're going to pop his, bam, right out the package. Thanks, buddy. So here he is, Barry Horowitz. He's got that tradish Mr. Perfect pose for all you Hasbro fans out there. And kind of ironically, if you look at the crush I just unboxed, same pose, different armies. Oh, you know what we do when we get 2 figures in the... Is it going to happen? I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now if you... All right. So they got sort of the similar pose. And tidy, nothing wrong, baby. Look, you get a little sassy head turn for all you fans out there. All the way like that. Are we going to get a waist? There is. Oh, wait, there is a waist. Oh! Had to crack the seal, baby. Had to get some oil can on those hips. I've said it before with other wrestlers, but Barry had some busy nights too. He's got to get these hips ready. So there you go. You got the black booties. You got the BH. And trust me, in real life, it's not backwards. You get the blue knee pads with the black backing, nice touch. You get the Star of David right on the tights. And you got that face scan, and that's, that's Barry Effort Horowitz. What can you do? Can he smack his own back? No. But if you get the right angle, we can all dream. You know what? Damn it. I think this is my favorite out of the four. So I'd say if you get one, get this one. That's just my preference, so like do whatever you want, baby. But I think out of the four, this is my favorite that I've unboxed. Um, Maybe because it's during his push of the Hakushi thing. I remember this gear when he did that sweet pin and combination on Skip. Shocking the world. Horowitz wins! Horowitz wins! Horowitz wins! Damn it, I gotta work on the gym, Ross. Horowitz, damn it. I'll work on it. One day, but not now. Right now, we're focusing on Barry Horowitz. What do we got here, baby? Whoa, baby. Rappler, okay. Love Machine in the house. Yonky, I love the name. Let's see what we got. Man, looks like Kenny Omega on crack. You know what, actually? I'm trying to think. In my life, I've done crack twice, actually. And it was probably 13 years ago at this point. So, no. But you did guess I did. Hey, there was twice I did do it. So, you're sort of right, but a lot of wrong. But it's okay. At least you're sort of right. My favorite Mexican luchador, the same person that said I'm on crack. Well, hold up. Let me try to come down from my crack. Favorite luchador. Honestly, it's gonna be boring, but it's Rey Mysterio. That's pretty much the first one I knew. Then I found out more about luchadors, but the first one that I knew about was Rey Mysterio, to be honest. I know it's boring, but that's just how it is. I know, ZZs, but what can I say? That's how it works. I could lie to you and say, like, it was someone else or someone currently from AAA, but it's really not. It's just my first, my first masked man. My first, introduction of real luchadors. I saw masked dudes in, like, WWF, WWE, but they were, like, not really luchadors. They were, like, Quang and the Who, or like Jim Neidhart. Oh, I hope they make a retro of the Who. That'd be great. I'm sure it'll happen. Just like random mask guys like well, I guess the Conquistadors maybe. But they weren't really like luchador style wrestlers. Kato, how can I forget Kato? Oh, he's right here too. Don't forget me. So, I don't know. I could lie, but I won't. 1,000 masks. Oh, Rey Mysterio, hell yeah. Well, at least, yeah, I would at least give him that. He was pretty much, as they say in the quote unquote toy biz, quote unquote toyetic, because of all the masks and all the colors, and then like the superhero, like tie ins or whatever. And in WCW, and I'm not saying he was bad in WWE, but in WCW, this guy was like, he was just incredible, man. Like, not just his matches with Eddie Guerrero. It was pretty much every Nitro he faced any other luchador, like Psychosis or Juventud or Eddie, of course, was another one. Chavo, it was just he was always like the highlight of the night, and always like something to look forward to when you watch Nitro. So if you liked your in ring stuff, Rey Mysterio has always been there, I think, and he's still kind of going, like he's been hurt, but jeez, man, jeez. And I only saw his ECW stuff after I saw his WCW stuff, so I have to admit and say it was WCW I saw him first. Youth Warrior and Psychosis, top guys. Yeah, man. Definitely like that whole era of like the quote unquote luchador invasion or whatever in WCW was like part of what brought me in, because obviously, well, the first thing that brought me in was all the ex WWF guys, like, like my favorite wrestler again, Macho Man, he went there, and I knew Hogan went there already. But once Macho Man went, I started kind of checking it out, and going back and forth on the Desile and everything. And from there, though, to keep my attention I was like, who the frig are these guys? And like, they were doing moves like beyond my, what's it called? WWF mostly like viewing, you know what I mean? You had your 1, 2, 3 kids, you had your Hakushis and everything, but other than that, it's kind of few and far between the true like high flyers and everything. So when you watched over WCW Nitro, it was like a whole new world, baby, a whole new world. So yeah, definitely like a big part of me growing up was watching like the luchador quote unquote like explosion in WCW. Did I know about it before? No. I read a lot of like magazines. I read a lot of my Pro Wrestling Illustrateds, and you know, don't forget I'm old as effing dirt, so this is like before the internet. So I'm talking like supermarket trips with mom while she's taking 3 hours to get the groceries. I'm in the magazine aisle just reading up on wrestling and like things I don't know about. And if I were lucky poo enough and the Shadows household was doing a little better, or maybe I was better behaved and not as bad behaved, I might walk home with the magazine to read over and over again, baby. And like I'm reading like these rankings of other federations, and I'm like, who the frig are these guys? Then you see an article on them and everything. Like that's how I learned about Taz. I knew him as the Tasmaniac, and then years later saw him as Taz, just because of reading the magazines and everything and your PWI 500s. Now this is back in the 90s. Now I know nowadays is nowadays, but back in the 90s, that's how we did things. So yeah, thank you for that trip down memory lane. But let's get back over here. You got Barry here. On my particular one, just a little blue ski, but it's not like that terrible. It'll come off. I'm not too worried about that. I think, it's just one of those things that happens. Just in case you saw it and said I didn't mention it, I did. Not a big deal, though. To me, at least. If it's a big deal to you that it happened on one of them out of like whatever, then I'm sorry. So you got the tape of the blue. You got the tights of the blue. You got the knee pads, the boots. I think I already said that. And you can go to KWK brand or J&J Figures if you're in the States. I'd say if you're gonna get one out of the four, I'd say get all four because it's Barry Horowitz. But if you're gonna get one of them, my recommendation is this one in particular. That's just my call, baby. You do what you want to do. I don't want to like twist your arm or sway your wind or do anything physical to you. I just want you to decide for yourself say, you know what, out of the four, maybe you like the green one with the suspenders, or maybe you like the other one. I like this one the best. Oh, how could I forget? Let's get a healthy look at this healthy bump. You can see right there, you get the definition of the crack. I don't mean to be fresh berry. And then you get the two cheeks right there. You know what? Plump it enough. Get a side view. You want to see the side booty. Looking good. So Horowitz got the booty. No, not a good figure. I think a great figure because like Barry Horowitz, like back in the Hasbro days, like I was just talking about the figure fed, to get one of these would have solved so many problems of having like, who do I have take the loss in my fig fed? Unfortunately, the Bushwhackers suffered a lot of losses, and some of your other lower cards like Virgil's and everything. Although I did have Luke win the Intercontinental title one time, but that's a story for another time. But with that being said, it was few and far between. And Virgil did win the world title once. But other than that, I used him as a jobber. But why, you got to give Virgil the belt once. Maybe he gave Barry Horowitz the belt once, but I didn't have that option. If I had this, you never know. He could have been walking away with a surprise victory, holding that WWF gold high above his head before he smacks his back. And there it is. Barry Horowitz, baby. KWK, Kayfabe Heroes. This is the red card version with the blue, with the Star David that I remember from the 95 Barry. If you want other Barrys, baby, you go check it out. They got 4 versions. I say get them all, but if you got to choose one, I say get this one. You're not going to do what I say. Do what you want. What I want to do is take a nice sippy poo of this. That's some good times. So I guess in other figure news, I don't know. I just feel like yapping and I don't care. So, I guess Zombie's going to be putting out the Aldo Montoya soon. Now, what I will say about this Zombie release, I do enjoy his figures when they're if you don't know what it is, it's the Randy Savage, Macho King, Razor. Oh, wait, do I have effing Razor? Yes, baby. Why do it when I can have him do it? It's like this pose, kind of, maybe without the handy poo for easy access, but maybe he does. But it's like in this position here, baby. And I think when he does them in this position, it's like his best figures for the most part. I think Brody had it, Jeff Jarrett. I'm sure I'm missing a few others. I'm sure there's others, but I know those two off the top of my head. So, the hands down the side, I'm kind of set with. But when he does put out figures like this, I might take a stab, and I will. So I think I'm gonna grab that. And I know our bros, our man at Grapplers and Gimmicks, has a Elder coming out as well. And I'll probably just get both. Oh, by the way, when that when that Ahmed Johnson lands from Grapplers and Gimmicks, I have held on to the zombie Ahmed Heels and Faces. And what I would like to do is I'm going to open them in one unboxing. I'll say what I think's better and what I prefer. Feel free to say what you feel better or what you feel looks better or what you would prefer. I mean, it's not hating, it's just honest, just like putting it out there. Like, what do the people want? I think it's beneficial to anybody, really, to be honest. So why the hell not? You know? Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, of course. You know while I'm here. Um, Bomb Wrestling Fanfic Fit is something that I came up with a couple of years ago. What it is a fantasy fig fed using Hasbro's or using retros or whatever, and having them in comedic situations, and then eventually having matchups at what I would call PPB, pay per bum, which is obviously a pay per view, but I'm just very clever. And then, go from there. And I like to fill it in with, like, not just your traditional, like, here's Mean Gene with your special report, just like some of that, but also like outside the ring, like waiting in an office or waiting in something else, like in situations where the wrestlers can interact. So it's more about that. But of course, at the same time, I feel like when you run a fig fed, you can have as many angles as you want, but if there's no like match, then it's kind of like you just run a sitcom, which is fine. But I would prefer, and I think a lot of more people would prefer, if all these skits and promos and things that I come up with would actually like lead to a physical match, which is what wrestling is truly about. So that's what's going on with that. So soon you might be seeing some skits or, like I said, some of those Simpsons play sets coming to use, or some of my backgrounds that I got a million of coming to use, or some of my props that I got a million of. Well, they're waiting in the package, just waiting to be used. So I think it's going to be a fun time. The bummer's right around the corner, so I want to start getting ready with things in spring, which is pretty much now, and start getting that all together. That way, when summer comes, I have a bunch of stuff to just like release right off, as opposed to having things slowly snail. You know what I mean? Which I did last time. So. I don't know. I know at least I'll have fun. I'll keep like live streaming and bub boxing because as I go through that show, I'm gonna need like more characters, and as I order more things, I'm gonna want to open them. I mean, like, I'm not here to collect them on package poo. I'm here to let these suckers out. And just live for the moment, breathe for the moment, maybe get some action poo. They're like, all right, we're not just gonna stay on a shelf. Oh no, boys, you're gonna get some action. Girls, you're gonna get some action, baby. You'll be moving those joints. You know what I mean? You'll be taking body slams. You'll be taking finishing maneuvers. You'll be taking chairs to the head. That's all the things that bum wrestling fanfic has to offer. I can't push it enough because it's great. So, yeah. So I'll definitely give you all the benefit of the doubt and say I'll see you there. Pretty much. So it is written. Should I wrap it? Should I wrap it up? Should I gift wrap this up? Let me take a sip of this. Oh, I just looked at Grapplers and Gimmicks package from this guy, Mitch from Hastel Grapplers and Gimmicks. He's got some sick stuff coming on. Like, he showed the pictures of the entrance gear model Rick Martel. And I might be a day one on the pink one because it's like perfect. Speaking of fig fed, when you walk down the aisle, he's got the pink tights with the entrance gear. You switch off camera maybe to a view of Vince and Jerry Lawler at the announce table, and then bam, when you go back to the ring, he's there in his Hasbro pink, baby. I mean, it's all there. I mean, it's not a secret. All the clues are there. No, but I'm going to have fun. Believe me. If you've seen any of my work, if you've seen any of my stuff on Instagram, like, if I'm not anything, I'm creative, whether you like it or not, but I am. So if you want to see something at least creative, tune in all the time, whether it's a live stream, whether it's whatever I do. It's going to be creative. I can guarantee you'll be creative. I can't guarantee you'll like it. I can't guarantee you'll hate it. I can't guarantee you'll love it, but I guarantee it'll be very creative. Only 10 more hours to stream to go. Hey, I get the full platform, I get like I said, I get the house to myself tonight. I could do a full marathon if it comes down to it. Um, but at the same time, I don't want to like sit here and just like, well, maybe I don't care. I don't know. I don't know. I'm deciding on the fly the L right now. On the fly. I mean, I guess I don't care. Like I could sit here. It's not really bothering me, but I try to be, polite. I don't want to overdo it. But since this is like an impromptu one, maybe I'll just sit here and just ramble until I feel like I don't want to ramble anymore. I mean, it's possible. I could do it. We got the energy drink to keep it going. All right. Well, usually what keeps me going with the time is rants, and I have to make one about effing Jelly Roll. Okay, like current wrestling fans, tune in, listen in, because right now, let me tell you, I'm an old school wrestling fan. Okay, first off, okay, and back in my day, a guy named Mr. T, who like he wasn't the tallest guy, but he had the effing physique and the toughness to make it believable of him in the wrestling ring. And a man by the name of Roddy Piper drove him into the ground and made him look like crap. He gave him his one moment to give him the airplane spin, and that was it, because Roddy Piper didn't want some Hollywood person coming in and making the business look bad. Now, I know today, like, that doesn't exist because you get shows like Unreal and you got internet and you get all this other crap. But back in my day, it was supposed to be made like, like believable. Like you don't exactly tell, so people could guess, like, is it real, is it fake? I remember being young and that being an actual debate and people not knowing. Not so much anymore. So, with that being said, I looked at some SmackDown highlights. I'm not terribly familiar with Kit Wilson. I do know he's got like a toxic phrase that got over. Because I watched the Major Pod, I did see like Matt Cardona face him. I know he was part of a tag team with some other dude that his name escapes me. However, as far as I know, he's a wrestler. So Jelly Roll got in there with an actual wrestler, not another celebrity, not, like an announcer or anything. He got in there with an actual wrestler, gave him the fakest looking choke slam I've ever seen in my life, and looked stupid. And then did the honors for Jelly Roll and just got pinned in the middle of the ring. And I was like, look, man, I don't care, like, in real life, what your effing body looks like or what issues you're going through. Just like I'm not tall enough for the NBA. Some people are not fit enough for WWE. Can we all be fair? You know? So just like I'd drive the paint and get stuffed immediately, Jelly Roll should get in the ring and get drilled and pinned immediately. There's no other like realistic way to do it. But who am I? Just a wrestling fan all my life, So it's not about, hey, what's up? Hi, X4F. Oh, Lance is in the house. What's up? Hey, I'm back. You remember me? I do. I do. Hi. I was just saying the Jelly Roll thing's ridiculous. He has no reason winning any matches. I mean, he's a guy that's on like a weight loss journey and great for him. But still, I mean, his physique's probably like a flattened whoopee cushion. I mean, like, we can't. How are we going to take this guy serious? And that choke slam is just like stupid. It just looked like Kit Williams jumped as high, and hey, give him credit. He tried his best. He jumped as high as he could to make Jelly Roll look good, but F this guy. He shouldn't look good. He should get in the ring, get stomped, and get pinned like immediately to make it real. This guy, I know, like, everyone wants to give him credit because he was slotted to win the match and then he denied, and everyone's like, oh, he's a true wrestling fan. Well, is he? Because he went on this one. Because if I were that, guy in that shape and in that whatever, I would say there's no way in hell I should win a match. And even myself, who I'm not no offense, like a whoopee cushion, like I would never say like I get in a ring and I should win a match. No, I would get in the ring and get my ass stomped and then get pinned. That would be real. So I don't know. I know it's like celebrity driven or whatever, and like we're supposed to give a crap about these celebrities. But when like you're a wrestling fan, you don't. And I think they think like they're gonna like scoop like outside people, but they don't give a crap. I mean, come on, man. You think the same people watching Jelly Roll on whatever that music judgment show he's on is gonna be watching WWE? Probably not. Like what, like 0.2%? So I think that crap's stupid. And I think they should just stop that, leave it to music performances. It was cool when like being like Motorhead played for like Triple H to come out to the ring. You didn't see effing Lemmy going out there with the effing small package and beating like Hardcore Holly. Like, no, because that would be stupid. So, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, come on, stop this crap. Just stop. So that would be my old man advice. What do we got? I couldn't make it to your lives. Jelly Roll's face annoys me. Lance and higher. Can I chuck the stream over? Jelly Roll's face annoys me, says Lance. I couldn't make it to your lives lately. Says, hi, it's all good. Triple H booking continues to suck. Definitely L. I want Vince McMahon back. I don't blame you when it comes to like the product. Like, I thought like these 2015 to 2020 years were excruciating, but I'd probably take them over this crap. All the best from Poland, brother Simon. Hey, what's up, Simon? Good to see you, brother. Welcome from Poland, dude. I see you. Hello. Poland, man. What time is it over there, bro? Fly the L. Oh, he's got the hand for the Poland, baby. How come you don't check your comments as much no more? I'm up to the end, Daddy. Lance Bass. I won't let me in the WWE Hall of Fame. Yes, that would be effing awesome, Lance. So neat to get people from all over the world, says Fly the L. Yeah, that is really cool. Like when I see somebody from like like any country actually from besides Canada because it's pretty much next to US, but like any like foreign country, it's like wow, that's crazy to think right now they're watching like me talk about Barry Horowitz. You know, we're talking about, I'm taking a sip of a monster. It's cool, it's humbling, and it's interesting all at the same time. So it's definitely appreciated. Like I said, bum one, bum all, baby. Come one, come all. We're all good. So let me try to get back to, hold up a second. I want to get back to high over there about me not keeping up with the chat. I couldn't make it. I'm trying to see if I missed any. I'm not only being a jerk. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. But my bro. Yeah, man. I mean, I went all the way back. I think I covered everything. Oh, you get a hell, dude. Hi. Let me get your letters to -X4F. He's in the chat asking awesome questions. Always a great person to have in the chat. So, you know what? If even if he doesn't have original content, either go to his page, -X4F, sub up to him, follow him, do all that stuff. So there you go, brother. See, I ain't mad at you, baby. However, yeah, you got it, brother. No worries. You're welcome. Always appreciate you, man. Like, if you make it and you don't, life is life. I'm not like, oh, well, this person didn't show up. Just show up when you can, if you want to. You know what I mean? It's all good. You know, I ain't here to, like, be like, this is a scheduled meeting. I'd love it if everybody could come on to every live stream. I do for sure, but I also am a realist, like, life happens, brother. So, whenever you can, come on by. That's what I get to say, and you're welcome, and we love you in the chat, brother. You've never gave an issue or said something stupid or anything, so, like, I have nothing but love for you, bro. We are at effing over an hour, and for me, this is usually my limit. I just kind of wanted to come on, and I did see a few new people, and, we got to get high back up in this, and schedule a meeting. Let's go over everyone's quarterly TPS reports, says Claudio. So let's go over. But, no, man, I just had the opportunity to do a live stream a little later than I usually do on a day I don't usually do it. Have a bunch of things to open, don't want them all piling up. Figured, let's make a show out of it. Let's try to talk to some people, Let's try to get some more people up in this, like community and everything. So, hell yeah. Welcome aboard. If it was your first time, welcome aboard your second time, third, or 800th time. So, yeah, bring it. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Bring it on by. We're all going to talk about it. We'll all have a good time. I dig the later live streams. Yeah, I was thinking too, like 9. If, like, I was trying to think in my head, if you go back 4 hours, at least that's like 5 in the afternoon for some folks, and maybe 3. So maybe for UL, it was 8. I think you're an hour behind us in the East. Hey, you still need to show how to join your live so we could collaborate like you wanted. Oh yeah, dude. Hold on. I just always catch your announcements as impromptu live streams at time. Yeah, I'm an hour bum. Okay. Behind. I'm an hour bum. Behind. I get it now. Nice, dude. I missed that one. That was good. Okay, hi. Yeah, now I'm starting to remember what you were saying. Um, Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, go to, email me at, what's it called? Bumshadows at yahoo.com. That's my email for stuff. And then, I can talk to you from there and we can maybe figure something out. And if it works out, that'd be cool, man. You know? So yeah, definitely email me, bro. Add me on Instagram, Bumshadows, one word. Add me on Instagram, bro. You can talk to me there too. All right, brother. Hi. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Look forward to hearing to you or hearing from you as well. You don't have Instagram. Yeah, just do bumshadows at yahoo.com. Then just throw me an email and we can figure it out easier from there. You obviously got a YouTube, so that won't be an issue, but just to get in contact. Oh man. Empty on the Monsty poo. Is that a sign? I will, yeah. No, for sure. Hi. Look forward to hearing from you, dude. My dude. So on that note, I think I'm gonna close up shop tonight. Nothing bad. High season for wrestling is over now. Damn it, Hi. How did you do? Let us know, please. How come? I don't know. What you mean for me shutting down the stream? Oh, nothing like bad. I'm just, oh, nothing bad. I'm just maybe getting sleepy poo. Maybe I gotta get in my footy pajamas. I just got, I said I just got the reward for being there since the beginning. And I was asking about it. Yeah, apparently High is a very High Dash X4F is a very accomplished wrestler. I do remember him talking to me about that. Um, we're in contact before the interview week, so once I come up with another one, maybe we can work something out. Definitely would like to be interested to see how, like, the amateur wrestling world is, considering I see the branch off of that. So I'm a mod, sweeties. I'm the special one because I'm in the fam. Destiny, somebody bothering. Somebody bothering. Do you have to remove somebody? Whoa. Ah. All right, Hi. Now you're barking up the wrong tree. That's Sister Shadows right there. And, you know, she'll always be a mod as long as she wants to. Uh-oh. She's effing tough. I wouldn't mess with her. I'm glad she's on my side. Apparently, wrestling season isn't over. Oh, in the fight. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm going to just take it as just good humor. Uh-oh, he must have got fresh. You son of a bee. Damn it, Hi. I was with you. You had to cross the line in the sand. That's my guess. But maybe it was somebody else. No, Hi, I see it. It was timed out. Okay. Never mind. There's no dispute. Hi. We had it all set, baby. Then you had to, like F said, go low. And now here we are, you know? We could have been talking about like your amateur wrestling, like how you look in the tights, um, what your record is, like how does it, um, what is the true like transition from amateur wrestling to professional wrestling? Is it as easy as Kurt Angle makes it? And also, how do the tights fit? And my dude, I'm sure they fit good. I'm just effing with you, but like, yeah, yeah, um, yeah, pretty much. My family is just my family, so pretty much, at least the loved ones in my family, they can, if they want to be the mod on my chat, they give. If my nephew, who's like 4, wants to be the mod on my chat, he can be the mod. It's just how I am. So family gets first dibs. And not only that, but Destiny knows and she's responsible and I trust her to like know what to delete and what not to delete. Not that I don't trust anybody else. Like if Fly the L wanted to be one or Wadi, yeah, definitely, at some point do that. I had a bad season this year. In my last tournament, I took 4th in the 18-man bracket. Alright. Well, all kidding aside, alright, so you took 4th, but that's out of 18 people. I mean, it's not really terrible. I mean, if you said you did 17 or even 15, maybe I'd be like, eesh. I mean, you're right there. I'm sure if you keep at it, like, you'll improve like anything. And if it ends up not being for you, at least know you're top 5. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but it's not first. Well, that's why, you gotta grind it out, baby. You gotta get higher than the sky. You gotta get higher than the highest kite in the sky. And you gotta stay there and say, you know what? This is where I belong. And then you just train. You run, you do what you gotta do. You jog, you wrestle, you practice, you watch tape, okay? You go in the shower, you do things to yourself just to relax. Then you get out of there and then you're wrestling. You're training, you're eating right, you're getting your diet on, you know what I mean? You're staying hydrated. Going, you got this thing and like you're just sitting there with this singlet and the babes are just like, hell yeah. And they're watching you go inside. Then they're watching you go into the Then you belly to belly the hell out of this dude. And like all the babes are like, meet me after this. And then it's like just babes. I almost won Reno Worlds. I bet you did. And I'm not saying that as Jericho. I'm undefeated wrestling myself unless you count crying in the shower after. For real. I took 10th, but it was a really big bracket. I think it was 27-person bracket. Damn it, hi, why? No, I don't wrestle, if you're talking to me. Nope, I did not. I was at a point where I was gonna do it in high school, but like, I thought effing off and getting drunk in the woods and trying to hang out with people was like more important. So you had to like keep up your grades and stuff for that stuff. Hence why even in 9th grade, even though like, I never would have made the NBA. I had a chance at the basketball team, but there was just you had to have good grades, and I wasn't ready for that commitment, because I was in and out of school. I found it boring. So, it wasn't wrestling. So what do I care? So yeah, that's my story on that. No fly. Oh, fly, you wrestler. No, I never have. Said fly. I have a few friends wrestle in school. Had a chance to play football, but didn't want my grades to suffer. Sort of the opposite of what I was saying, Gil. I didn't want my grades to be have to be up. Like I was comfortable with my grades down. And then it was like, well, if you're on so and so, you gotta have this average. I'm like, too much pressure, baby. I'm too busy making music and drawing little pictures in my notebook. I'm playing hoop, but it ain't like I got pressure. I can just do it when I want to. So I was like, F you guys. You want requirements, I get requirements, and that's leave me alone and let me do my job, baby. But they didn't want to do that, so that's how it goes. That's the way love goes. All right, y'all. I think I'm closing it till it looks like a burger. Finally, I'll head straight as far as back as I could remember. Graduated valedictorian. Damn. You're more like, in that regard, Mrs. Shadows, who also was like up there with the grades and everything. And I'm sure it's not hard to imagine. But me in high school, I was a little off the wall and a little crazy and a little bit not focused. So I know that's hard to imagine considering watching my live streams or whatnot, but that's how I was. I not in an arrogant way. I wouldn't ever dismiss myself as like not intelligent. However, my intelligence is very like in between. Like it's like intelligence and then a lot of moments of being a complete moron and then being intelligent. So it kind of wavers in and out. So I'm an idiot savant, I guess. Or maybe just the first word or the last one. Kept it going in college, graduated top there too. Super cum laude. Damn, Al. Good for you. Oh! You made Macho Man fall. I was just touched because, like the graduation song is kind of like my theme, and I was, looking at the conversation, yeah, and I was seeing that Flytheil said he's got some good grades, like he was the valedictorian, and he was so like I'm a lot of, yeah, so let me just do a twirl, yeah. And let him look at my crotch for a second, yeah. So the Macho Man says, that a baby, hell yeah. And if you don't like it, what else doing? Then too bad. Dig it? Something like that. Alright, y'all. Now that I got an imitation on my system, I'm going to say Tuesday. I'm going to say 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to say cream is rising to the top, so don't stop, Macho, says Flight the L. I will catch y'all Tuesday. I will be boxing the Beverly Brothers from Title Run Toys, the 1 out of 300 variant that didn't come with the ropes. So you're like, why did you just pre-order that one? Well, I have an explanation, but I'm not saying it right now, damn it. But I will get that other one too after looking at these in the package, so that's a spoiler. So And I might even just get the epic ones too, and I'll just have as many Beverlys as I want. Beverly Hills 90210, Beverly Hills Cop. Okay, I'll have all the Beverlys. So I think on a Beverly note, on a Beverly Bro and Wizards of Beverly Place, I will say, this has been Bum Shadows with another live stream. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the Tuesday Night Delight live stream. Wrestling with Bum Shadows official channel. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be boxing TRT Beverly Brothers 2-pack variant, one of 300. Right here, baby. So I guess that's what I got. I'm gonna wait 30 seconds. So in 30 seconds, I count you off. And that will be it. And then we'll get together Tuesday night. So as we hit the magic 81 mark, for anyone that knows me, that's why I'm waiting for 81. We're waiting for 81. We're waiting for it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.